you remember that
Sorry. No, because of the accent, yeah.
that who Lenin called useful idiots?
Yeah.
So Putin organized a channel in the United States called Russia Today,
Yeah.
where all kind of useful idiots describe how United States doing very poorly. In the same time, he already 12 hours in power put some kind of puppet president and supposed to be president of Russia for life, like a Tsar something.
Yeah.
How would you comment this kind of event of transfer from socialism, communism so-called, to capitalism?
Maybe my answer will surprise you. First, let me make it absolutely clear. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Putin. I visited once Russia 2-3 years ago, and I didn't know who invited me. It was that guy called Gleb something.
Gleb Pavlovsky.
Yeah, who afterwards I learned, my God, this guy is Putin's PR man.
But he was fired now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hope then. Oh, perfect. Okay. No. And this is why then I didn't want to visit Russia, because I was afraid again of getting caught into some kind of game like that. But you know, what makes me really sad, it's relatively easy to explain how it came out, the way it came out. I don't think the truly sad thing is that, okay, maybe not Putin. The sad thing about Putin regime for me, and although the situation was different, it started already under Yeltsin, is that the tragedy of Russia, I think, is that the way they passed to capitalism is to open up the field for the most non-productive capitalism. You privatize banks, natural resources, like the Chinese did it in a much more intelligent way. They started with small companies producing for consumerist market, private, where you were able to slowly see how it works, and nonetheless, ordinary people felt some, right? In Russia, this is for me the tragedy. The whole structure remained inefficient. All that, if I simplify it, happened was that some guys monopolized natural resources, banks were privatized. It's horrible. And here I'm almost paranoia, claiming maybe all the advice given to Russians by American economists were not so innocent. Maybe they said, maybe we should help Russia a little bit to remain weak, But you know what really made me sad when some of my friends were in Russia? How, even if there is still very little, I know, but some kind of freedom, you can criticize a little bit Putin, but aren't people more or less resigned already, no? People, more and more, I was told, especially intellectuals, they accepted it. It's horrible, but it's fate. Probably nothing will change. It will go on like that. And I'm just very sad for Russia at this level. I don't know what could happen. No, it's a certain. Maybe you have. This is what I meant interrupting you. Sorry that.
Sure. They resigned in sense that they don't believe that it's a legal way to change this regime.
Yeah.
Any illegal way, what happens, it could not be predicted. Everybody predicts this in 2 years and 20 years, but it's all not hard to analyze.
But didn't this already start, this cynicism? For example, I don't have, again, any illusions about Khrushchev. But one thing was interesting. Wasn't Khrushchev the last moment of the communist regime when, even if it all was a cynical fake, there was some kind of belief, we will maybe overtake you, believe in, we are doing something that may succeed.
That overcome America in 1980.
Well, isn't it that with Brezhnev the game was over? Not even nomenclatura, nobody believed in it. So this confirms my tragic experience in my country with how more and more, this is my personal experience in ex-Yugoslavia in the last 20 years. It wasn't only that the ideology was cynical in the sense of people didn't take it seriously. You were prohibited to take it seriously. I had two friends who worked in Central Committee or some cultural commission, whatever, and they really believed in Yugoslav self-management socialism. They lost their job because the nomenclatura thought that, like, you know, sincerely believing in official ideology meant the first step towards dissidence. So, and I'm sorry, again, we don't have time. I have wonderful, Slovenia was a small country where everybody knew everybody went. So when, as a young student, I was once there when General Secretary of the party gave a speech where he says, you young communists should not only do theory, you should also follow the fourth thesis of Feuerbach. Philosophers have only interpreted the world, we have to change it. Then afterwards, I approached him and said, please, Comrade Secretary, if you will repeat this speech, be careful, it's the 11th thesis, you know. You know what his answer? I know it, but that was my message, I don't care. You know, him there, he, in a nice way, and this is what really fascinates me. This is more and more, I'm sorry if I will conclude with an old joke of mine, how ideology functions today. It not only doesn't matter if you believe it, you actively should not. Like, I'm sorry if I repeat this for the 10th time, but it's perfect. You know that Niels Bohr story, you know, he was visited by a friend in the countryside. The friend saw a horseshoe, superstitious item in Europe. No, if you put horseshoe above the entrance to a house, evil spirits will not enter it. And he asks Niels Bohr, my God, are you crazy? Aren't you a scientist? Do you really believe in this superstition? And Bohr gave him a perfect answer. He says, of course I don't believe in it, I'm a scientist. But I have it there because I was told that it works even if you don't believe in it. No? This is ideology today. We don't have to believe it, we just practice ideology. No? So thank you, but again, this would be a wonderful debate, no? Because I think, but let's agree in one thing. Don't you agree that the political jokes from communist countries were a great spiritual legacy which unfortunately disappeared now?
Of course, but they will appear with jokes about Putin now.
Yeah, but aren't they just a pale repetition of the true greatness of jokes on Stalin, unfortunately?